What's up, you guys? My name is Zach Hartley, and in this video I am going to walk you through 3 stocks that you should have your eye on right now. 2 of them I am about to buy, and 1 of them I am going to buy in this video. So stay tuned, let's jump right into it. Okay, so on this chart here, I'm looking at Lululemon over a 6-month time period. I'm going to quickly annotate it just so I can show you exactly why I'm interested in this chart and exactly what I'm looking at. And it is because of this high right here. So I'm going to save this. Exit that. So this is what I'm looking at right now. So February 2020, Lululemon hit about $265 and they hit their all-time high. COVID hit and the stock fell all the way down to $130. It fell from $260 to $130. It fell by 50% in less than a month's time. Since then, it has recovered all the way back up. It has now hit $276 and it has broken through the all-time high that was set previously. Now, the reason that I am super interested in this is because the economic recovery is starting to happen right now. Things are starting to open up. People are beginning to feel more comfortable spending money, and we are actually going to see some money coming back into the economy. At least that is my prediction. However, if we go into shutdown number 2 and the entire country's locked down again, this could change pretty quickly, so I am keeping an eye on this one. But I'm looking at Lululemon right now. They just broke through their all-time high. They're at $276. The technicals don't look terrible. I still think there's some room to run, and it is a great, fantastic company. I absolutely love what Lululemon does. Their product is phenomenal. They have a cult following, and I think that their online sales will really go up over this COVID time period, and I'm sure that their in-store sales will resume basically back to normal as soon as this is over. So that is my assumption on Lululemon. I absolutely like this stock. I think it is a great company to own. It is at its all-time high right now, and it is about to break through its previous all-time high, and that is why I have my eye on it right now. Now, the other company that is similar to this that I'm keeping an eye on, actually, let's go through my chart list here, is Facebook. I'm super interested in this one because it is showing almost the exact same patterns. Super steady, end of February hits, beginning of March, stock plummets almost down 50%, and it comes all the way back up, and it is now on its 3rd day above its previous high prior to COVID-19. So I really like Facebook. I think their business model is also great, especially if COVID locks down again, something happens with COVID. No matter what it is, people are buying online, people are advertising online, and that is the model behind Facebook. It's also become more popular as people are on their phones more often during lockdown. So I like everything about Facebook. It has just broken through its previous all-time high. I think this is a great buying opportunity. It is Memorial Day in the United States, so I won't be able to buy Facebook or Lulu today, but I'm looking at both of them showing very similar patterns in line with the Dow Jones. I think we're going to start to recover as an economy, and I think these 2 companies are going to be very well positioned to see gains from this period out, unless we see a drastic change with how the governments handle COVID in America and Canada in particularly. Now, those are the 2 companies that I'm looking at that I want to buy into, that I'm waiting for tomorrow to open. Let's see what happens, and I'll probably buy in. However, there is one company that I want to buy into right now, and it is a Canadian company, so it's good for me. I can buy it today. It's called the Simply Good Foods Company. No, that's not it. Good Food. Real Good Food. Oh, it's not even on here. What the heck? Food, there we go. Good Food Market. This is the one that I'm interested in. It's a Canadian company. They're based in Canada. They do an awesome product. They're absolutely phenomenal. I've tried the food. It's really good. They have quick delivery times, and they are expanding like crazy. So number 1, let's look at the technicals, and then we're going to go into the fundamentals, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about why I'm buying this stock at the moment. So super steady stock all the way across, 325, 350, in that kind of range, all the way across. COVID hits, the stock drops to $1.50. It fell by more than 50%. It fell more than Lulu and Facebook, and it came all the way back up even faster than Lulu and Facebook, which is absolutely amazing. This is some crazy volatility, so you need to be really careful with it. But in a period of less than a month, it fell by 50%, came back by 50%, and now it is up by another basically $1.20, $1.30, almost another 50% there. So really amazing. Honestly, a pretty amazing recovery. But here's what I find really interesting about it. So Good Food, they're basically like at-home meals. They'll deliver it to you, you cook it, and it's everything that you need to make a meal. They're really quick, really easy. All the ingredients are all set. There's a bunch of companies that do this, but why I like Good Food is I went to their website. This is what it looks like, Good Food. And you can tell that when you go to investor relations, it takes you here and you can see their financials. So when we go to financial statements, this is what I'm really interested in here, because I like to see the growth. Now, when we go to their revenue here, you can see that their revenue, the 3-month and 6-month period, ended February 29th. So this has absolutely no March, April, or May in it. It ended February, and their revenue year over year went from 36 million to 58 million, almost 59 million. That's a 40% increase, almost doubling their revenue. Absolutely amazing. Huge growth with this company. Now, this is a growth company. It's really important to say that. It's a growth company. They might not be making a ton of money, but what I do like about this company is that they're not losing a ton of money. They are bringing in 58, almost $59 million. They're profiting $18 million on that, and they're only losing $3 million. They're almost doubling their revenue year over year, and they're only losing $3 million. I can take that loss without a problem, without it even hurting, if they're doubling their revenue year over year and hardly losing any money. I absolutely like those financials. That is a good ratio to me. They've almost completely doubled their revenue from 2019 to 2020 with the trailing 12 months. And not only that, but they have a ton of cash on hand. They have $67 million worth of cash, and they only have $35 million worth of current liabilities. So they have tons of cash to handle anything that's going to happen in COVID. They're almost doubling their sales year over year, and that doesn't include COVID, so we'll have to see what happens there. And it's a great company with a great product that is significantly growing. So the other thing that I found here that I really liked was their basically investor fact sheet. It was this link right here, investor fact sheet, and you can see here that Canadian market with active subscribers reaching 246,000 people. That means 250,000 people subscribe to Good Food and order their products. Number one, that's a ton of people. Number two, that's a giant increase, 55% increase compared to last year. And number three, that business model is phenomenal. You have people ordering products from you consistently with reoccurring revenue, safe profit margins, and as soon as you have a supply chain locked down, all it is just continually servicing those customers. So I absolutely love the business model. I like the financials. The growth rate is phenomenal. Everything about it is good. And here's the kicker. Here's why I really like this right now is the current COVID-19 pandemic has had no impact on the financial results of the quarter ending February 29th, 2020, but will impact our third quarter results. We expect the pandemic to have a positive impact on revenues with increased subscriber growth, order rates, and average order values, but also expect our operations to be impacted by staffing and supply challenges also caused by the pandemic. So I agree, staffing and supply challenges are going to be a challenge. However, if you can get past that, I do agree with them that they're going to see an increased revenue because of COVID-19. People are finding different ways to get their food, easier ways to get their food. Nobody wants to fully cook 3 meals a day. And Good Food has great market presence, a great product, continued growth, and I really like everything they're doing. They have a great market fit. So I'm looking at this company. Financials are great. Technicals are great. Business model's great. I'm looking at the chart right now. It's a little bit high. I totally agree with that. It's a little bit high right now. However, this company is doubling its revenue every single year, and it almost didn't move for the entire past year. I'm going to break this down. Let's go to 3 years, and let's see what the larger chart looks like. I always say this, start with the larger trend and then break it down from there. That's exactly what we're going to do here. And we can see since 2018, this stock from 2018 all the way to 2020 traded almost at exactly $3.25, in that range, plus or minus about 50 cents. So for the last 2 years, this stock saw almost no movement from $3.25 all the way until COVID-19. It's up about 30-40% since COVID-19, but in that 2-year period, it was complete consolidation at around that $3.25 mark. So what that tells me is, for the last 2 years, the company didn't see a lot of stock price appreciation. Recently, with COVID and everything happening, there's been some action here. However, I do think that there was a buildup over those last 2 years where the stock price didn't move, and it probably should have. I think this company is great, and I think the valuation is a little bit low right now. So I am going to be a buyer of Good Food Market Corp because COVID's going to help their numbers. I think they do a great product. I absolutely love their business model. They have tons of cash on hand. They have consistent revenue and repeatable revenue coming in, and the stock price hadn't moved in the last 2 years prior to COVID. I think we're seeing a little bit of volatility right now, but I think the stock has a ton of room to run. So I'm going to buy into it, and I'm going to buy in right now. So, okay, keep working. Good Food, $4.60. I'm going to buy 1,000 shares probably. We'll buy 1,000 shares, puts me at about 5% position, so that's not too bad. We're going to buy 1,000 shares, Canadian, market price, day, any part, doesn't matter. Continue this. Boom, boom, boom. All right, confirm my order. There we go. And order submitted. I now own 1,000 shares of goodfoodmarketcorp.com. It is in my portfolio, and I will keep you guys posted on how we do over the next little while. If I make money, if I lose money, I will keep you posted, and I will tell you. Just so you know, I am in this for a period of a couple of months. That is where my initial mindset goes. If things change drastically with COVID and the restrictions get set back in, I may exit this stock a little bit early, but my mindset is I'm in this for probably a couple weeks to a couple of months. I expect it to go up. If I see some significant gains right away, I'll probably get out and take my profits. Otherwise, this could be a couple month play or even a long-term hold if I continue to like the company over the long term. So we will see what happens. I'm going to keep my eye on it over the next few days here. I'm also going to keep my eye on Lulu and Facebook. I want to get into those probably this week if this trend continues, but we'll see what happens. We're going to continue watching the Dow Jones and the S&P to try and get an idea and a read for what the general market's going to do, and then we're going to make our trades from there. So if you have any questions, send me an email. I hope you got something out of this video, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.